welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Whilst I put my camera out, bear with me. We are back for another match day watch along. It's the Arsenal women again, as you can see by the title, and it is the playoff, the penultimate playoff, two-legged tie between Ajax's women's team. Tonight we're at home at Bull & Woodside. I forgot where we were, and then we've got obviously Tottenham, and then the away leg next Wednesday. But we're at home. We need to make the advantage. I think, for me personally, I do think we need to make the advantage count tonight and take at least a 2-goal lead into the second leg to have any chance of not going out before the actual group stages get underway officially. And yeah, I've got the teams up on my screen a second. Do bear with me. I do apologise for being late as well. I was a few minutes late, serving up myself with dinner and all that, and getting that all ready for half time when I go and get that. Going to eat, obviously, served, but I'm going to start and go all one way I'm eating. Right, bear with me while I get the teams up. There's a few changes to Friday night's lineup against Brighton. I think now Caitlin Ford has been dropped, and in her place, I don't know if it's really exact. Probably will be exact by the looks, by going by how Jonas usually does it. So we've got a striker, our new striker in Hin, how you pronounce her name. I do apologise if I do butcher it on the way. But she is now starting, making her first start for Arsenal. But as a striker, but on the wing. Make sense of that, what you will. Obviously, Stina Blackstenius, Beth Mead, Ford 3. The Vivian Miedema in behind them at the centre forwards. So that's kind of sort of Burkamp role, as I put it. And then you've got Little and Leah Walty in your pivot, and the back four of Steph Cately's making a comeback, and Kate McKay's been rested. So Stephanie Cately is in the back line, in the left back role. Rafael making a Champions League debut. You know, she's played for us for a while now. The first appearance in the Champions League for Arsenal, because obviously she was injured when the Champions League came about last year. Back into last season, I apologise. Leah Williamson. I think it's Victoria still at right back, and then Zinsberger in goal. But I'm just getting the teams up on the screen. Bear with me just a hot minute. Do get your score predictions in, by the way. If you can't, if you want to know where you can watch this, by the way, you haven't found out yet, because it's not on. Even though Dezan have got a 4-year deal starting from last year for Women's Champions League rights, for some bizarre reason, even though they've got this deal, and it's technically a Champions League game with a qualifier, they're not showing any Champions League qualifying games. They're only showing from the group stage onwards, which is bizarre, but it is what it is. But long story short, you can catch the game on Arsenal.com. Just literally open another tab up, type in the website straight away. It'll be there. It'll tell you when they're about to go live as well, and all that jazz. And you can have that on mute, watching that, listening to me, or vice versa. It's up to you, whatever you want. You can flip back and forth. Also on the bench, I've got Ruben Moy, Jane Beattie, our new goalkeeper as well. Katie McCabe, as I said. Rich is playing right back. My apologies, and Victoria's on the bench. Manham, Jordan Nobbs, Caitlin Ford, Reed, Earl, and Ajimung. Again, I'm probably butchering the name, but it's one of our new youngsters that are coming through that we're promoting by the looks of it for tonight. Share screen. There we go. There you go. Oh dear! One day they'll sort this out in terms of making it big for you, so you guys can actually read the smaller writing on the screen. But yeah, as I say, I got most of it right. Remembered most of it. Zinsberger, Moritz, Williamson, Raffaelli, Steph Cately, Leah Walty, Kim Little was a pivot, Miedema in the Burkamp role, Beth Mead, Stina Blackstenius is down the middle, and Leah Hurling on the left wing. Sorry. So again, strong team, and it's Ajax. I'll be honest, I don't know the Ajax women's team that well. Going by what I've heard from James, I spoke when the draw was made for this playoff game. I personally reached out to James Rowe and asked him the question, basically, are they a team that's going to cause problems in terms of Arsenal's qualification? And they said, basically, the gist of it is they're a good team, but the team we've got. This is James's opinion, by the way. The team we've got compared to them, we should get through over to the 2 legs, no problem. Going over 20. I don't want copyright. Yes, stop it. Seriously. Don't ask so much. There we go. And now I'm all yours. Now let's talk the camera out because it's all me tonight. It's just little me. Just for tonight. And this is basically, I was always going to do this cameo, but basically it's to make up for me just being me. It's just make up for because I won't be here on Saturday. Obviously, I'll be at the game myself. Also, as I said, I did mention it on Friday actually, but didn't get a chance to really go over it. I completely forgot about it the weekend. But if you are living in the UK and you do want to go to the North London Derby on Saturday, the women's North London Derby at the Emirates, you live in the UK, I'm giving you a chance to win tonight. If you're in, obviously, you obviously have to, as I say, live in the UK because of how close it is down to the game. A pair of tickets for the game on Saturday. Basically, I'll get into it, but basically, just what I wanted to do something for you guys to give back for all and thanks for obviously going along and supporting the channel along, not just the women's, me doing what I do with the women's, supporting the women's team the way I do on here, but also we do the podcast and the men's night for everyone that's been here from day one all the way till now. Again, massive thank you. There's a few other things I'll be doing between now and Christmas to, again, as a thank you, as a giveaways. But an opportunity's come about where I can actually, not only that doesn't affect me going because I'll still be going, but I'll be able to give you a ticket for you and a friend, basically. As the game kicks off at half time, I'll tell, during the game, depending on how the game goes, I'll tell you what you got to do, basically. The main thing is you've got to be a subscriber. That's the main thing. Put yourself in the comments, and basically it'll be an easy one this week because it's so close to. It won't be the other giveaways I'm doing. I've got planned. Won't be this easy in terms of what you got to do to enter. Basically, do you have a chance? Put yourself in the comments live chat here. Let me know in the chat by saying. To let me know you're interested. Obviously, as I say, you've got to live in the UK. Type in the chat #North WNLD, and that'll tell me you're interested. I'll put your name down, and then before the end of the stream, I'll literally pick a name out of the hat, quite literally, and whoever it is wins a pair of tickets for them and a friend. And once. If I'm able to get hold of you offline, if I talk to you offline already, no problem. But I will need you to tell me how to contact you if I don't have your contact details via social media or whatever. It's that easy, basically. All you got to do is type in the chat to enter for a chance to win a pair of North London Derby tickets for this Saturday afternoon at 1:30 kickoff at the Emirates, to be a part of record-breaking history just in so many aspects. Quite literally, almost a full capacity stadium is expected, by the way. Last reported 45,000 tickets were sold. That was over a week ago. That was a 15. That was literally the message of all this. So, but that was literally 8 days ago. That was reported. So more tickets would have been sold since. So you could be looking at around 50 to 55,000 capacity stadium at best. But basically, I've got an extra pair of tickets. I'm giving you guys a chance to win that pair. All you got to do, as I say, in the chat, #North WNLD, Women's North London Derby, abbreviated. That tells me you're interested. Obviously, as I say, because it's so close to the event, you do have to be able to live in the UK, or if you don't live in the UK, but you live in Europe, but you have to be able to guarantee you can get here. But the draw will be made before the end of the stream tonight. Probably around full time I'll do that. But you need to let me know in the chat. Videos in the chat as well, talking of something like I said to the women's games as well as the men's. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. Are you, out of interest, are you going to the North London Derby? Or have you not been able to get tickets yet? If you haven't, I say, I don't know if you've just come in and missed the bulk of what I've just said, but I've got an extra pair of North London Derby tickets for this Saturday at the Emirates. If you're interested, literally, again, I keep repeating myself now. People get bored of me saying it, but literally, all you got to do is let me know that you want to take part in it. You want to put your name forward to be part of the draw tonight. That takes place tonight. Hashtag WNLD. And that tells me your interest. I will then write your name down. I will then grab one of my many hats that I have, and we'll quite literally do a draw live on this channel, and the lucky winner will be brought out of a hat. And then if I as I say before, if I'm already talking to you offline, or you follow me or whatever, we'll talk about offline privately how to get the tickets over to you before Saturday. We are literally 6 minutes away from kickoff. I'm just checking now, just checking time on the clock on my MacBook, when you call it. But yeah, simple as that. I'm not going to keep repeating. I'll as more people come in, I'll keep repeating myself on that side of things. Only when the game's when there's something going, there's stuff going on, then obviously I'm talking about the game, aren't I? So. But out of all the draws, all the giveaways I'm doing on this channel between now and Christmas, this is the easiest one to enter, because it's literally, you enter now in the live chat. Simple. Hashtag NW. Hashtag L. Hashtag WNLD. I'll get there eventually, won't I? Fuck me. As simple as that. It is literally as simple as that. I didn't know. And the only stipulation is you have to be able to get to the game this Saturday. It's a ticket for you and a friend. And again, as I say, all you got to do is do that in terms of the hashtag women W. Simple as that. That's then you entered into the draw. I will then write your name down. I will then put it into a hat. And at the end, at full time, before we go, I will then pick a random name out of the hat. Whoever it is wins, and then we'll sort obviously how to get tickets over to you before Saturday offline, basically. Simple as that. It can't be more simple tonight as well. Bournemouth. Like I say, I was disappointed with fans that. But for me, I was a bit disappointed, I'll be honest, in the atmosphere. It's very for a full Bournemouth stadium. It was very quiet. If I'm being brutally honest, there was a few people trying to just doing their chants and singing this and trying to keep going, but the majority were just there just because, I think. And for me, that was a bit disappointing in that sense, because, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Oh, he's at a 1:30 kickoff, because it was meant to, when the fixture was initially, once fixtures initially came out, and then it was originally picked up by the BBC. It was meant to be on a Sunday, but then after back of the Euro, the England team winning the Euros, and a sudden upsurge in sales the following day and all that onwards, they then moved it from the BBC themselves and Arsenal worked together and moved it from a Sunday to a Saturday. I think it was the Sunday one. It was a later kickoff as well. I think. Can't remember now. It's been that long. But now they moved it back to a Saturday, but 1:30 kickoff. GB Boxing and Fighting Irish is in the chat, my friend. And how you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. Oh dear. But I'll be at the PSV home game. Everything booked for that. Assuming it doesn't get postponed again. If it gets postponed, we'll failed. We'll be made to forfeit. You guarantee that for free. Arsenal's website. Arsenal, literally, you go live. The only place you can watch this match, by the way, is on the Arsenal website. Gotta love them. They've literally just gone live, and their feed's frozen. The feed is actually frozen. So I'm having to refresh my page and say it's their end, and they're fucked up. They just didn't kick back into place. Or they completely fucked things. Oh, it's buffing on my end now. Anyway. We've got Stefan in the chat. How you doing, Stefan? Not too bad. I assume you've only just come in. So again, I'm going to repeat myself. Sorry for the people that are already here. One sec. I've got to turn my volume down because that's all the teams are out. Make your mind up. What you're going to show me the game or not? It'd be fantastic if you do, because I need to watch the game because I'm doing what I'm doing. Seriously, what is wrong with Arsenal's website tonight? What is going on? Is anyone else having a problem with the Arsenal website? It's literally on a loop, like going up, 6-second bomb, going back. It's doing my head in already. I've got to turn up quick to do my head in. I'm sorry. Nope. But basically, the giveaway just before kickoff goes again. The repeat of the giveaway for this it's for this weekend. It's for this Saturday's North London Derby. I've come across. It sounds dodgy. I've basically I'm in a position where I've got an extra pair of tickets for this Saturday's game against North Tottenham at the Emirates, the Women's North London Derby. And instead of just giving it away as normal means, I thought I'd come back to you guys on the channel. Because I know we'll get a lot of people come in, and I want to give it to you guys as a thank you to you guys. Part of one of the many giveaways I'm doing between now and Christmas. I want to give it back to you guys because you support me from day dot. And I want to do something nice for you guys, basically. And in terms of this giveaway, all you've got to do is, as I say, a pair of tickets. So for you and a friend, you've got to live in the UK or be able to get to London, basically, between now and Saturday. It's a 1:30 kickoff. As I say, it's at the Emirates, so it's not going to be like Bournemouth or Timbuktu. All you got to do to enter is type in the chat hashtag WNLD, abbreviated Women's North London Derby. Right? That's all you got to do. I'll write your name down. That's you entered. I'll write your name down. At the full time, I will do the draw for whoever's entered. I will then do a draw out of a hat, random name out of a hat. Whoever wins. I then contact offline, and we send you the tickets. There's e-tickets as well, but we'll send them over to you offline, obviously. Oh, it's underway. It started. This stream is really pissed. The Arsenal website really pissed me off. We are underway. Arsenal in red and white as we are at home. Ajax in the all black kit. I think it's black. Looks from this. Might be navy blue. I don't know. But we're on attack currently. We've got the scoreboard up. Bear with me a second. Ender saying he's in Morocco, but I don't know. Oh, it's. Did you say these things working perfect? It was. Why is it always me when I'm on my own? Something has to go wrong. Oh my God. The stress. Oh, you guys love it though. Awesome website, an absolute meltdown. This is obviously nice and early as well. What is going on? You know what's going on, don't you? Because everyone's just everyone's obviously supporting the women's team and all that. They wanted to watch this game. They've all pulled in. It's just the fucking servers ain't working for me, and I'm the one that's been affected. Oh, dear God. Oh, is it my end? I don't know what's going on now. I've not. Is someone messed about the Wi-Fi? I have no idea anymore. I'm losing my mind. Oh, I thought you'd give away 3 tickets for the men's start, but you never know. At this moment in time, I've only got a pair for me and my brother, assuming he's able to come because of work commitments. I've done that. I've literally done that 3 times now. Just going buffer. It's like bizarre. But if I do come across an extra pair of tickets for the men's one, all day long, again, you guys will be another giveaway, a late giveaway for you guys. When I was playing, it was buffering for fucking ever. No, because the original time, it's a stopped. It buffered and it just froze. Refreshed that, and it was as the teams are coming out, they're getting warming up and all that as teams are coming out to play the game, kickoff, sorry. And then bizarrely, what's that? Because Ajax and attack it. Bizarrely, it started off and then it was on a loop for a second, and it got underway. The game got underway. It was showing for like 30 seconds, and then it stops again. It's now currently working at the third attempt. Eventually, we are looking a bit scary. Oh my God, Zinsberger spills it, but thankfully Raffaelli is there to help clear the ball away for an Ajax throw. It's a bit dodgy goal kick, if you ask me.
Early warning signs
this bloody
Gunners.
thing. 4 mins on your stream, Ridley. It comes up on my screen again. Time because it's on a fucking replay. 4 minutes 52 exactly on my screen, on my Arsenal website stream. We're all good now. We're all good. Everyone that's coming in, seeing the comments on, fuck this, I'm out of here. Oh dear, gotta laugh. Big numbers a minute ago, and it's all gone. Oh, fuck you, Ian. You conned us. Oh dear. There's randomers coming in thinking they're going to get their fucking game because it's not on DAZN or whatever. DAZN. Fucking obliterating it. 160 views already. Gee, come on. But yeah, back to the game, right? Anyway, knocking things over in the process. Out of interest, guys, I never did get to ask before kickoff what your score predictions were. I'm going to go for 3-1 Arsenal tonight. Give me your predictions and all in the chat as well. You don't have to religiously know about the other team as well. If you don't know, it's fine. Just have a guess. It's all fun and games, isn't it? Nothing serious, is it? We've been a bit scrappy in the middle of the park, literally giving the ball away very cheaply back to Ajax quite a bit now. It's opening a few minutes. You know, again, there's something else that James mentioned to me actually. Vivian Miedema. She's going to be extra motivated for this tonight's game and next week's game at Ajax because she's from final. She's a final fan, and with the rivalry and all that Ajax final rivalries. Yeah. So I'm fully expecting a above and beyond performance from her tonight, just because of that extra motivation that rivalry that she's grown up with as a Feyenoord fan. Vidya's going for a 2-1 to our girls tonight. That's fair enough. That's cool. I can understand that. I'll take it either way. I still take it. Wins a win at the end of the day. No love lost with Ajax and whatnot. No, Jesus, that's what I'm saying. No. Got attacked by a cat earlier when I went to stroke this moggy, and it went absolutely ballistic. Shocked as I am a cat person. Was it a stray, or was it just a rat? Was it a stray, or was it an actual house cat that was just wandering about, basically? I don't know. Say because I don't want to get in trouble. But by making an assumption, accusation, or whatever, and yeah. We've got Gary in the chat as well. Big up, Gary. How you doing, my friend? We are very, again, giving the ball away right in the final third again, but they're giving it straight back to us, thankfully, thank God. By mistake. An over hit pass, basically. Back on the ball now, just taking our time. Slow build up. Let's not do what Man City did in the last qualifying round to get knocked out by Real Madrid. Let's not get knocked out tonight or next week. Let's actually qualify again for the group stage proper for 2 years in the trot. They fucking fell out. The thing is, Man City fell at the first hurdle qualifying. I was just checking. I didn't know this before too early on. I was just checking it out because I was trying to find if it's on now or not. Went and it's literally like a month or so ago. Was it a month ago? Man City versus Real Madrid qualifying for the Champions League. And as I know, for Arsenal fans that know from last year, we had to go through 2 bouts of playoff games. They went at the first. I know it's Real Madrid women, but they went at the first hurdle and absolutely got torn. They got torn a new one. What's the highlights? I was like, and it's going to highlight form, but still. Don't want that from City Net on Sunday though. Was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Next this Sunday coming, Man City women versus Chelsea women. I might, depending on our result on Saturday and how things go there, I might do a stream for that. That's a random one, just to make up for the fact that I won't be here for the North London one, basically. But again, as I said, over the weekend, we are definitely doing a North London Derby women's stream and a men's stream. I've just got to find a host for them both, for both their streams, host and panel, basically, for both streams. Ain't be a problem, but yeah, won't be a problem. Go on, boss it in. No one there. Where's Steen? Where the hell was Steen? And why did she come in so bloody late there? Oh. Alright, Skull, keep making sure he ain't lost any teeth there because he's got a bit of a knock. So he kept touching it like that. Yeah, Gary, when does Steiner not draw into a defender? Let's be brutally honest here. Apart from a first touch, one of my many critiques is he holds onto the ball too long and runs into the defence for no reason. Was amazed joined early on. Johan Cruyff went too Feyenoord. And then welcome back with open arms to Ajax, because he had a bit of a legacy at Ajax in the first place, and yeah. But what is it? PSV? I think it's even worse for PSV and Ajax. Jesus, I mean, what is it? Again, this is what James was telling me before. Because prepping us for PSV's visit to the Emirates, it was supposed to be last week. He was saying at the start of the season in the Dutch version of the Community Shield, the Super Cup. between PSV and Ajax. They do it differently. They don't do it at neutral grounds. They do it over 2 legs at both grounds and all that jazz. At the Ajax, at the Johan Cruyff Arena, the PSV fans came to town and obviously do what they normally do in terms of all that jazz. Anti-Semitic abuse, this, that, and the other, and amongst other things, along with destroying the stadium and ripping seats at the stadium and using them as weapons. Hence why they've now got at least, was it a year ban? He said they've got, or no, they've got a 3-year ban now. They can't go to any game as PSV fans as away fans to Ajax for the next 3 years at least. We'll try to attend Arsenal ladies games at King Power and Villa Park. Obviously, Leicester and Aston Villa. That's fair enough because that's more where you're local. That's where you're local to. That's cool. I think you went to Leicester last year, didn't you? We won 4-0 back into last season. Seriously, Stina, fuck me. She came to us with this massive reputation. We got her back in January, Stina Blacksinius. I was excited when we got her in because of the reputation she had coming to us, and we got for free as well. I think bargain, fantastic. And she's taken a long time to fucking settle. If it is the case, I mean, by now she's been here long enough. She should have surely settled into the way that Jonas wants her to play, basically. But it seems to just take forever. That's for me. Again, you guys might be feel different, but for me, that's concerning. I suppose it's a good thing that we've gone and got Hurling as well, though. Even though she's playing for some reason, she's playing on the wing as we speak. Out on that striker, something she's completely different to what Stina would give us anyway. She's more, again, I say, for me, more suited to start first. Maybe that's the plan. Once she's settled in, maybe she's going to be the starting striker and Stina's going to be back to being the bench. What she was at start when she first came to us. Good save. Stina's going to probably possibly go back to being the off the bench striker, basically. If Hurling basically comes in and hits the ground running, once she's settled, she might become that first choice striker and put Stina on the bench. And that's, if we're being brutally honest, that could be the best possible situation. Having Hurling do what she has to do, what she does, run defences ragged, have him absolutely shattered, and then obviously got a big physical, more demanding striker and Stina Blacksinius in the physical side of the game, going out of defence, that's completely shattered. That might be a better way of long-term working things. Because it's just basically as it stands. It's Stina coasting in these games until defences are knackered, and eventually a chance will come where she'll take it, like we saw against Brighton on Friday night. 7-0, yeah, 7-0. That was it. Because what was it? Chelsea and Hazelnut, they played the week. Was it the week before they played Leicester and they won 5 or 6-0? 5-0. It was 5-0. And then their goal difference went up because of that. They're ahead of us on goal difference. On the goal difference, their goal difference was slightly better by a goal or two. So we went, okay, let's go. And absolutely tore Leicester a new one. Ajax have just scored. Oh, for fuck's sake, it was coming. It's been coming. They've had chances in this game, 17 minutes in just. And Ajax have scored 1-0 to Ajax. Is that uphill battle? Well, not an uphill battle, but play 1-0. But it doesn't. It's poor defending all round here. I mean, Hurling's doing nothing there. Raffaelli's been left completely exposed because no one on the right-hand side of the defence defended, basically. Also stood there. Leah Hurling was back. She was meant to be defended, just stood there ball watching. Between Leah Walshy came so close, and then went, actually, I'm not going to tackle you. I'm going to back off and allow him to get the pass off. And Steph Katie was nowhere to be seen in the posters of this. Oh, dear God, here we go. At 9, I can't remember. See my badge, I can't remember. I can't remember score lines nowadays. Oh, God's sake. Want us to qualify for the Champions League, for God's sake. I know it's Ajax. I know it's an improvement on what we had last year. What was it last year we had? The girls had PSV, didn't they? PSV and someone else. There's some. We obviously beat them both times easily, but still. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I'm explaining the situation of Hurling's there. She's got back, but she's standing there watching between watching the ball, watching the winger, watching the ball, and not closing down at any point. And as I say, Leah Walker then comes out, looks like she's going to go in and put the pressure on, and then at the last second it goes, actually, you know what, I'm going to back off, go back a step and let you get the pass off. And then most of all that, the fullback was meant to be there, and Steph Katie was nowhere to be seen until the ball had already gone in. And Raphael's been left completely exposed. He's been left completely exposed there, and bang, 1-0. Oh, dear, this ain't good. Raphael, wake up. Well done, Raphael. Ref. Oh, 8 o'clock to close back the chains because. Oh, by the way, the reason why obviously I'm still wearing up anything black basically, and the borders and the logo is still black because we're technically in the UK. We're still technically, even though the funeral was yesterday for the Queen, we're still technically in national mourning until 8 p.m. tonight, which ends in 10 minutes. So this will be the last stream unless anything else drastic happens over the course of the season. Last time you'll see, out of respect, obviously, the black borders and all that, the black logo. The foul. Free kick to Arsenal. Is it interesting? Because they've got probably Beth, Vivian. Oh, Vivian's walking away straight away, so it's not Vivian. Okay, that's not okay. Maybe Beth's going to whip it in then. Who else? There's someone else standing over it. Fucking cameras again. So far away. Steph Katie standing over it as well. Because obviously last year in the Champions League proper, Steph scored him a free kick on the other side of the box, but still. If you're going to go for goal, you go with Beth. Steph, I'd have Beth take this. Either way, either going for goal or crossing it in. Come on, girls. Come on. Let's get a good response here. Be on it. Come on. Roll in. Oh. How does Stina miss that? Come on. Great free kick in the end. Great free kick on target. The keeper literally doesn't catch it, but has a hand to look like it's going to catch it because he pushes it, hits the ground, spills it to the ground, and literally thinks it fell to Leah or Batsinius. It looks like it fell to Leah, and Leah just threw a limit hit basically. He went wide of the post. I initially thought it was Stina. I'm so used to seeing missing these sort of chances, so I do apologise, Stina, and any Sweden fans out there. But again, even though Leah's a defender, she should, again, in that position, she should be putting that away. If I'm being if I've got to be brutally honest here and critical, she should be easily putting that away. This should be 1-1 now, but hey, it isn't. It is what it is. Go on, go. Corner, well done, Stina. Drawn out a corner there. So come on, let's get Beth back over there. Whip it in and cause because again the free kick itself from Beth. keeper should be catching it. So, especially even if you don't catch it initially, push it to the floor and catch it and land on it. The keeper just literally push it to the floor and it's threw it like got lost basically. And got very lucky in the end. Come on. Stick it on them, stick it on them, stick it on. The crossbar. Yes! Come on. Raffaelli hit the crossbar, but in the rebound, Leah Williamson, I think it was. Or was it Stina Blackstenius? It's Stina Blackstenius with the goal. Thank God for that. Come on. Yes! That's a response. That's a good response. What, 16? Was it 16 going into 17 minutes when we conceded? 22 going into the 23rd minute. We've just scored and equalised. Come on. You're being harsh on me. I'm being honest. From that position, even as a defender, from that position, she should have done better. But end of the day, don't worry. A minute later, we had another chance, and Stina put it in. The reason I'm getting confused between Lee and Stina at the moment is because the camera's so fucking far away. I can't tell who it is because they've both got fucking ponytails. From a distance, it looks like. Anyway. The main thing is we're back in the game. We're back in the tie, 1-1. We'll be adding the goal scorers eventually, guys, by the way, onto the scoreboard, so don't worry about that. Yes, do you also know Ipswich are playing in the what's the name cup, isn't it? The Papa John's Trophy, sorry. And it's a group thing. It's not like it wasn't like when we played Ipswich last year in the Papa John's Trophy, but in the knockout round. And it was at Ipswich, and we won. Was it 1-0? I think it was 1-0, 1-0 or 2. It was either 1-0 or 3-1. Either way, we won. We went on to the semi-final against Wigan and then lost. I can't remember now. I don't know. But either way, it was Wigan that knocked us out 1-0 in the end. But Ipswich, you're saying Ipswich are 1-0 up already. Fair enough. Yeah, Rudry's the pizza emojis in the chat. Yeah, Papa John. I mean, it's bizarre. Again, most growing up, it was what the LD until they started messing about with the format of the competition and adding the under 21 teams into it of Arsenal. Oh, go on. Keeper's funny. Their keeper's a bit shaky here. Very incident prone already. I'm noticing. Even what I was saying now. But until they start messing about the format and adding in the under 21 teams to the format, and their excuse was to give them game experience against bigger the main teams of certain leagues or whatever, League One and League Two respectively, and then doing the North and South divide for fucking after tournament and all that crap. Until they start messing about with all that, it was just. I grew up knowing it was the LDV Vans Trophy or something like that. As soon as I messed about, it's like the Papa John's Trophy now. I'm like, fuck off. I don't really care. My team, obviously, apart from the under 21s, Arsenal's main team doesn't need that. Don't compete for that trophy because we're not at that league, not that level. Go on, defend, please defend. Don't just go back into the game and throw it away. We are so shaking defence. Oh my God, we got away one there. Nil-nil. Oh, it's nil. I'll come back to nil-nil. I'll have a look for you in a second. Bear with me. I will have a look for you. We're absolutely smashing this, I believe. Let's have a look. Go away, go away. Oh, good save from Zinsberger. Fantastic save. Also, in terms of the crowd, it doesn't look like it's a set out, but it is still a decent sized crowd, especially in the North Bank where the stand behind the goal Arsenal are defending currently. It seems to be a decent turnout there. but not to the same level as what was it? The Brighton game on Friday was that all four corners of the place was fucking rammed. No, it's 1-0. Third minute, Dominic Ball for Ipswich against Arsenal's under 21s. Just check now on the Sky Sports website app. Sorry, look at the stats. Stats is really close actually. Possession wise, it's very close. It's 51% in your favour to 49%. You've had 2 shots and 2 on target. We've had nothing. We've created nothing so far. That's other things, but we'll go into the game. We'll be fine. Who we played tonight anyway? Out of interest. Oh, Matt Smith, the Doctor's playing. Henry Francis, Zach Orr, James Sweet, Taylor Hart. Okay, and Matt Smith's the captain. Who's on the bench? Ethan not on the bench. No, okay. Maybe for the upgrade. I don't know. But yeah, just double check for you, mate. It is BBC have had the walls up there. It is from the 3rd minute you scored, and we're counting down by that 11th minute, so it's not long into the game. Staining, why didn't you throwing it leg out for that? Causing them a problem there. Don't worry, we got the ball back anyway. For a foul anyway. An overhit pass. Like I said, Stefan, you're getting carried away. Remember, our under 21s, little Arsenal under 21s beat your first team last year. And I mean, actually, I remember it was 3-1, absolutely pumped your first team. So let's not even go there. Don't get carried away just yet. And with all due respect, a fully fledged senior team of any League One or whatever shouldn't be getting challenged by any sort of Premier League teams under 21. You shouldn't be, if we're being brutally honest here. So shame on you. Oh dear, got to laugh. We are letting them have a lot of the game though. We're letting them not just have a lot of the game, but letting them play their game as well. To their tempo, to their liking, until we get the ball, we switch it back. But then we're not doing it. We're not getting on them straight away. Basically, go on, ref. Maybe not. Well done. Go on, Beth. Someone overlap. Help her. Go on. I got pushed off that too easily. It might have been anyway. Way too easily pushed off that. At least stand your ground and try and draw a foul out at the very least. If you haven't already, guys, do smash that like button. Do subscribe if you haven't already as well. And one can remember, but you've got 2 levels. Not a 99p one, £2.99. There's different variants of perks in both, so you're getting your money's worth basically, and all that jazz. Oh, one sec. Oh, go on, go. Ah, fucking someone call for it, for God's sake. And we've got away 1 under 2. I don't care, but just fucks. There's a good chance then we fuffed it. And yeah, it's obviously there's membership. There's a scheme there. As I say, there's 2 levels. Pick one. It's a monthly fee. You can cancel at any time. As time goes on, I know cost of living will get worse throughout the winter and all that going into this next spring. So you can obviously, to say, you can sign up now. And if things get a bit too tight, you can obviously cancel and come back at any other time later on when things start, hopefully, touch wood, getting better. Also, again, repeating whilst we're waiting for the game to sort of get kicked back in again, because it's got a bit of a low at the moment. I'll just repeat what I said before the game kicked off and at the start of the game. I am doing a giveaway here on the channel in aid of the Women's North London Derby this Saturday. Obviously, you've got to live in the UK or be able to get to the UK the next couple of days for Saturday, 1:30 kickoff. Basically, I think it's a bit of a giveaway already, but in terms of what the giveaway is, but it's a pair of tickets I've come across. I've been basically handed an extra pair of tickets for Saturday's game against Tottenham's women at the Emirates Stadium. 1:30 kickoff. Sorry, technically match day 2. A chance for Arsenal to go 6 points clear of Chelsea, the defending champions, and they've got a game then to play on Sunday, and they've got to come back and win. Otherwise, as I say, they'll be 5 to 6 points behind us after 2 match days, which won't bode well for Emma Hayes. But as I say, it's a pair of tickets. All you've got to do to enter is literally in the chat, hashtag, right, I got this right now, WNLD. Then you're entered. And at full time, I'll get a hat, draw a name at the hat, quite literally, and I'll then get the tickets over to you offline. We'll find a way of contacting if I haven't got a way of contacting you yet. We will find a way before we go offline to contact you, and then the tickets will be sent to you before Saturday. But you've got to be UK based. You've got to be able to get to the game. It's a 1:30 kickoff on a Saturday, and it's a chance to be part of WSL history. In terms of if you win the tickets, you could be a part of something that's so unique in terms of the biggest attendance for a WSL game ever. If you win these tickets, you will be part of that history. 45. The last reported was 45,000 tickets. And that was 8 days ago. That was reported. So you could be looking at a 50 to 55,000 tickets sold. Almost a fully full Emirates Stadium for an Emirates game, bar 5,000 for a WSL game at the Emirates. So you could be quite literally part of the history being made there. And you'll get to see, in terms of Leah Williamson and Beth Mead and Lottie Wibbenmoy, three of the English women's Euros heroes from the summer. You'll get to see them live and up in close as well, up in person. As I say, is out of all the giveaways I'll be doing between now and Christmas, this is going to be probably the easiest one to enter. And you'll know the winner straight by the end of the stream. Is the game to say it's all well? As I said, 45,000 was reported to have already been sold as of last Monday. Before, obviously, in the back of our national morning here in the UK last Monday, not yesterday, last Monday, 45,000. Obviously, between now and then, the 15,000 that was left could quite easily could have been sold. As I say, I don't think we'll probably reach 60. We'll be close to might get close to 60. I think the closest we'll get is around 55 to 56. I think it'll be a few thousand sort of a full capacity stadium. Gary, you could book your flight a few days earlier, because you're coming over a few days afterwards. You could come over a bit early if you want to. Then if you do that, you can enter a draw, and if you're the only one, you win straight away. So it's a no-win situation. It's a no-lose. Great to see the guy for the women's game. I think, yeah, again, when we covered the England games, I think throughout the Women's Euros this summer, as obviously the semi-final and the final itself, we were saying, especially me, myself, Liam, Gary, when we came together for the final itself, and we were saying, look, no matter what happens, the women's game in this country is going to be like bang. It's going to explode. Basically, the want for the game suddenly is going to go out, and it's going to go out of nowhere. The fact that we then went on to win against Germany as well at Wembley, won the Euros, and made our history there. It's gone up even. The demand has gone even higher now. We just for the sake of the women's game, I hope the likes of Arsenal going forward, really jump on this and really, in terms of the success of the women's Euro, jump on it and use it to the advantage and help grow that side of the the women's game even further for our own need, basically, our own personal gains. I apologise. Yeah, I don't want us. I hope that there's the cynical side of me that thinks not Arsenal, but there'll be clubs out there that'll jump on it now, jump on the fad, and then let it die out, basically. And all that work that's been done by the likes of Beth, Leah, Lottie, Nikita Paris, Russo, Chloe Kelly, and all that work they've done, doing what they achieved, could go out the window if the respective clubs they play for and the government as well don't put their finger out and use this now and not just jump on it and use it as a fad, jump on it and run with it and fucking fund it and do everything in terms of government as well, including, that's why I'm saying funding, fund the life out of it, encourage more young girls to want to play football at school, at a young age at school, from literally infant, primary, secondary, and all that. All these schools, in terms of, again, growing up, I'm 33, so I'm growing up. When I was at school, after school events, you had a football team, but it was just for the boys. It wasn't thought of to give the girls an option if they wanted to or not. And not many girls. From when I was at primary school, 2 out of my whole year group. Actually, no, entire school. Actually, when I was in primary school, only 2 girls actually wanted to play football with her. Like, wanted to come over and wanted to play with football with us at all times of the year. But the point is, it wasn't there as an after-school curriculum to encourage them to want to get involved in the game, because obviously it was a sport team, but they didn't want to play because weren't given the option. If you give them the option, then you encourage it, they're more inclined to actually get involved in something like that. So, again, in terms of the government, working with all these schools from infants all the way up to infants, primary, secondary, etc. After school, don't just do after school football stuff for the boys. Start doing it for the girls. After school football clubs for the girls, and do these little seasonal play against and go up against other local schools, basically, and have a little league going up into competition there. Like I witnessed and was a part of as a kid growing up. The same as all the other sports as well, rugby and all that, and whatever other sports they want to take part in that they couldn't do when I was growing up, because the option was never there. Scuffed it again. Never chance to go 2-1 up. I'm trying to think that was now. They'll show me in a second. They go close up. Here we go. I think that Vivian it fell to. He scuffed the shot. Yeah, she tried placing it basically near post, and as she's gone to hit it, she scuffed. It's her boots planted and hit it the way he didn't want to hit. Basically, it's gone wide of the post. So I'm saying as I was saying before, schools, governments have to do their bit, but the clubs as well. Just get it and run with it. And don't look back. Don't just go half-hearted into it and basically screw everything up again. So to get all the effort that's gone into it in the summer, with the achievement of what was made, what the England women's team, doesn't go to waste. That'd be the worst thing to happen. And the main reason why I'm a bit cynical and thinking people just, it's a fad, and certain clubs will go, the government, it's a fad and they're aware of. Look at the London Olympics 2012. That was meant to be a legacy event thing that they used to encourage, again, not just for women, but sport in general, the next generation of athletes coming through. They sold the main stadium, they rented it out to West Ham, and now they can only use the London Stadium for Olympic events outside of football season. The cycling centre, basically that got closed down, but within a space of a year that was closed down. The pools weren't open for long either. It's just literally they humped the life out of one set. One set, good save, well done, well cleared. Get back up, please. Bit of a weird clearance, but it was well cleared. But it's back in now. The chance wide, just wide. But no, as I was saying, so back to what my point is. In terms of the government and all that, and the people that were meant to help take on the so-called legacy from the London Olympics forward, they haven't. They've been brutally honest. And we've started to see the cracks of that, because obviously in the last the Tokyo Olympics, even though the Olympics was a year late in schedule because of COVID, events that we've been dominating for decades, and I mean decades, be it the canoe, like the 4-team sprint canoeing crap and all that jazz, and the cycling, we struggled in this time round. We actually our levels went from being, as I say, we're dominating, getting gold, silvers non-stop for decades in these events. They've suddenly that Olympics just gone. It's gone. Half time, as I say, that half time at the Bournemouth 1-1. You know what? It's been 50. Both teams have had chances. We with a bit of a dodgy start. It took us to go. If I'm being brutally honest, we started grown into the game. It took us about 15 minutes, and then about a minute, so I'll say a minute later than after that, as we started to grow into it, they score. But when that was a sort of a kick up the arse that it seemed they needed, and basically within a few minutes, best space of 5 minutes, we're back at 1-1. Again, from that, we've kept on going. We've had a few chances, but at the same time, we've been caught out a few times from overcommitting, and they've had a couple of chances as well their end to score and go back in the lead. So I say it's been a good competition in terms of competition wise. If you're neutral, you'll enjoy this because it's been ebbs and flows both ways. But there's things we can improve on, and hope we do come out the second half and improve massively on that. Because if we can do that and can do that defensively, improve that side of it, but continue to do what we're doing in the first half, the latter stages of the first half, in the midfield to attacking sense, we should get out of this with a win. Touch wood. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go in terms of defending. If we can, that's the main thing we need to improve on. If we can do that, we'll be flying. How about a hashtag giveaway for spare Leeds away or Saints away? Oh dear. Yeah, just to confirm what Guy says in chat. Yeah, Stefan, he's coming over next week. But I'm saying if he really wants to come for the Saturday game this Saturday, the Women's North London Derby, book another flight. Get yourself over here quick, and I can send you the tickets. Find someone you can bring along because it's 2 tickets basically. You and a friend. I'm already going, obviously. Hence why I've been able to get hold of an extra pair of tickets. Oh dear. It's going expansion. Yeah, and he's doing it all right. Oh, Ipswich going to beat Budgie Bears 10-0. You keep saying that every time you talk about women's football, you always mention that. I can't think why. Also, so stationary attack. Front 3 just stand there waiting for the pass, make a run towards goal. Might help. Yeah, that's the only thing. We look threatening, don't get me wrong, but because we look threatening going forward, but like you say, because we're just standing there, so our front 3 and other players are just standing and waiting for the ball to come down, so making the run off the ball and just causing the defence problems, keep stretching the defence. It's making it easier for the defence to defend against, which is then helping them dig themselves out the hole to put themselves in, which means we don't score. Only been to the Olympic Stadium to see the Stones, but it's not really a football stadium. No, it's not. Even though they've had it, I think they've rejigged the way they've got the seats they take in and out, the removable seats. The way they've rejigged it so away, so it's a bit close, but it's not. You're still far away from the pitch. It's just it doesn't have that feel. What do you think? I have made of money. Oh, the fly Ryan, yeah, quite literally Ryan. Oh dear, got to laugh. But another thing, actually, no date in. There's no date in place, but you will want to become a member soon, guys, because I have secured. I'm talking. Oh, one sec. I have been talking over the last few days to do 2 different representatives of 2 Arsenal-related people to come on the channel. One, I'm still talking to. We're still trying to sort things out. I'm not going to go into that. Name who that is until we know either way on that side of things. The other one, been going back and forth, and today I got an email from the representative basically saying that they're giving a thumbs up. The person wants to come on. They want to, just come on, have a chat, and sort of an interview-ish sort of thing, podcast. And it's a big one for me. I think it's a big one anyway. Just a small matter of Paul Davis, and obviously, as I say, his representative, the person on his behalf, has confirmed to me today that not a date, but that it is going to go ahead. We are going to go ahead. They do want to come on. He does want to come on. They do want to go ahead and sort a date out. So at some point in the next week or so, we'll sort out the date for that. But once that date's in place, obviously near the time, that will be you'll be told straight away. But that will be going out as a members only. Initially, by the way, only initially for the first couple of days or whatever. If it's because the timing wise, it's between November. It could be November, December time, so it's going to be probably during the World Cup period when England aren't playing. So whenever England aren't playing, that's more likely when we're going to be doing that podcast with Paul Davis. And obviously, he wants to promote his book and all that. His new book, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, going to do that. We'll talk about Arsenal, his time at Arsenal, and things like that. And because I want to do, obviously, I don't want to just keep saying, "Oh, by the way, there's a membership scheme." For the people that are members and are paying, I do want to do the odd when it comes to these things, as a thank you to them, they get the first viewing of that podcast basically for X amount of time, and then it go out publicly to the rest of you guys. If that makes sense. Please don't hate for this. But no, because otherwise I'm asking people to become members, and basically they're getting no extra benefit basically to being a member. If that makes sense. Man's got his own airline. Rambling, fuck off. I'm talking about fucking getting an ex-player on, you prick. Cheeky bastard. I've seen your comment, you bastard. Oh dear, man's got his own airline and won't share his riches with his friends. Wow, I thought you were better than that. Oh dear. I was waiting for one to read on his face. Cheeky bastard. I'm trying to promote my fucking channel, for fuck's sake. So people are coming in and seeing me promote stuff that's coming down the line, and not just anything, an ex-player. Big one as well. But hey, what do I know? As I said, the other person's representatives I'm talking to, we are in discussions. We are trying to sort something out, but it's just timing at the moment. But we are sorting something out that end. But yeah, in terms of Paul Davies, I've got the confirmation today that he does want to come on the podcast. He does want to take. He wants to come on. Full stop. He wants to come on to the podcast. He likes what he's seen and heard about me, about the podcast in general. And yeah. And he said about this. They think that the idea, because obviously how busy he is with doing all these promoting at the moment for his new book, that is out. Well, so I've got myself, by the way. Around November, December time is the time frame. So it will be taking place during the World Cup. When obviously it'll be a time when England probably ain't playing. More likely ain't playing. So keep an eye out for that. And as I say, do become a member, because the members will get the chance to ask, because it will be live. So it does seem like he wants to do it live as well. So if it is live, as a member as well, because as I say, members, it'll be a member stream. So you'll get to ask Paul absolutely anything you want within reason. Obviously, don't take the piss. Other than that, trying to think. If it's pre-recorded, if it turns out timing-wise things aren't doesn't acclimatise to us doing it live, but he still wants to come on and do the podcast. Best to be a pre-record, so be it. But the pre-record will be done, then they'll be put out for members only for the first few days or so. Then after that, it'll be then released publicly to the rest of you guys as well. You've got to get your name out there on other people's channels. Chat going into other clubs. Chats helps. For example, there are lots of Arsenal fans on United sites. The banter is often good. I can, obviously, because you recommended Alice and the Flying Pig and all that before. I'm subscribed to both channels, back on better recommendations, obviously. And when I can, I do try and get into their live streams and all that. More, it does seem I get, in terms of timing and all that, I do seem to fall into Pig's channel quite a bit, especially because he does late evening, he does like late evening streams as well, doesn't he? Especially he'll be starting up again soon with his FIFA stuff, because I know he does his FIFA stuff during the season as well. This will be the last year of doing it, because yeah. We are 27, 28, 29. We are 3 minutes away from second half getting off underway, by the way. Yeah. It's out of our interest. Have a look at a few things. A couple more. We'll come along. That's cool. Having that, the sub it. Not said anything, but okay. Absolutely smashing it, by the way. Smashing it on the views. Between going live and right now, we've had 555 views. You wonderful people come in and check out the channel and either stick with us and stick it on the journey and all, and have a bit of a laugh and chat and all of that. No. 10 likes. One person didn't like it because obviously they're thinking they're trying to get the game, and obviously I'm not giving them the game because I can't, because it's YouTube and I'll get in trouble. Because living in the UK, you can't do that. Oh dear. I'm also making an appearance on another Arsenal. There's another Arsenal podcast. I'm make my debut on next week, next Tuesday, I believe it is. So I need to double check. I'll tell you what the podcast is called, so you can keep an eye out for it as well, yourselves, respectively. Just to make sure the second egg doesn't clash, because otherwise I'm buggered. 28th, that's cool. Go over to there. Yeah, it's next Tuesday where I'm making an appearance on a debut appearance on another podcast. I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's an Arsenal Thing podcast. I'll make my debut over on that. Once obviously put on the day itself, I'll get a link for that and I'll put it in a community chat for you guys to come and check out as well and take part in and all that. Pig and Alice always slag off Arsenal, but Pig privately told me he respects Arsenal. Don't tell him I told you. Well, you've thought about it in public, so he's probably, if he comes across this channel, he'll probably find out you told me. Bore me. Well, it could be a bot anyway. You occasionally get them bots. It doesn't bother me anyway. That side of things. The channel's grown anyway. I've gained a few more people come along and sub to the channel over so far in the stream. So I'm gaining as well on that side of things, the positives and all that. I'll say positive out of it nowadays. As I say, if you haven't already, do smash the like button if you haven't already. But yeah, teams are coming out for the second half and get ready to kick off. It's kicking from left to right and right to left for the Arsenal. So we'll be attacking the North Bank, as they've called it. No sub for the looks of it. Vivian's back out. But yeah, massive improvements needs to be done. Otherwise, this game could get, if we ain't careful, back into Ajax's hands. And we don't going away next week. We can't afford to have that issue on our hands. Right, anyway, back and concentrate again. Come on. Yeah, go on, let's do this now. Oh, go on, Seth, go. Oh, the post there. Steph Curry needs to sit the post. Golden opportunity there. Could have played it across the face of goal and hoped for someone to knock it in, but went for it herself. Not going to go at it for that. And did everything right. Just hit the post. Oh. That would have been a great start to the second half. Oh, dear. I'll go again. Oh, go on, Steph. Yeah, cross it in, cross it. Easy with a goalkeeper. Could overhit it, basically. For that sort of fight, you're aiming for Bastina, but obviously you've overhit it, and the goalkeeper comes out and gets it cleanly. Ajax down the attack. Down the left-hand side. Got a space to cross it in. Raffaelli gets rid of it. So basically, just off topic, by the way. Anyway, I spent from the second she signed for us back in January last year until literally a couple of days before the season started. I'd always been calling Raphael all back in the last season from the second he signed for us, but apparently it's pronounced Raffaelli. Go on, Vivian. Come on, Viv. Go on, Viv. Go on. Go on. Go on. Shoot. Bastard. Told you she should be motivated for this game. She did not want to pass that at all. It's like, no, I want to have a shot. What you might consider is doing fever streams is that's why Pig is apparently doing it. Yeah, but I'm just saying because of that I get to see more so in his live chats than I managed at the moment, timing wise. No, I'm not gonna go at him or nothing. That's something he enjoys doing. It gets, as I say, get some views and all that. Go saves it though. That's an easy second Stina shot. No, it's if it's something he enjoys and all that, and puts the hours in, fair play to him. Oh, go on, now. Yes, did. Corner instead. Starting off better in the second half in the attacking sense. Not just standing and wait for the ball. We actually are making these runs that me and Gary spoke about before he disappeared, by the way. He's making them. She's making them. Not just hurling, but other players are making runs off the ball now, stretching their defence, getting in behind, causing problems. Corner comes in, nothing Beth. Fieli gets ahead to it, but goes literally into the ground and out for a goal kick. Oh, my head, seriously. Go on. Unlucky. See what you're doing, dude. But got it back that way. Got it back. Raffaelli with the ball. Pass it. Vivian, go on. Pass it. Yeah, fantastic. Well done. Over that. Fantastic. Go. And boom. Keeper pushes it out, and defenders are now trying to clear it. Are we going to get it back straight away? No, they've got it still. Don't worry. We'll get it back eventually at some point. Again, we've started off the second half really well. Like, he has got a rocket up their backside, basically. And they've come out a bit more purpose about them, a bit more about them. That they're playing at the home team now. But we usually do it at Bournemouth or the Emirates. Dev, get to it. Don't let it go out. Fucking hell. Go on, Kim. Pass it. Oh, God. No, she's trying to do it. Can see what she's trying to do there. Just hurling on Vivian didn't get across quick enough. Right, go. Go on. Well done, Viv. Go on. Someone get in the box. Oh, there's no one in. Okay, they just stood there. After all that, I'll just praise them for not standing there. Two players just stood there in the end of the box. Giving Stina no options, basically. It's amazing, Stefan is saying, it's amazing how some channels get so big when their content isn't that great, and other streams only have a few loyal followers, and nature of the beast. Like, yeah, it is what it is. And I say, as this channel does grow, hopefully we'll see a lot more loyalty shown to obviously from you, not just from you guys, but from the new people that come along as well. And again, I'm not saying what I do is fantastic, but I enjoy what I do. Be it covering the men's game or the women's game, and the general match of day streams as well, and things like that. I enjoy what I do. The content I put out here, I enjoy doing. And the fact that the numbers I get from even the podcast side of things, majority of the podcasts I do, the numbers do suggest that it's wanted from you guys. So I'm going to keep doing it until you tell me different. So, and again, it's not to everyone's tasting, obviously, but it is what it is. You've got to get on the family action complications. The post again. Oh, for God's sake. Why do you keep hitting the fucking post tonight? Raffaelli again, I think it was, as I said. As I say, we start the second of a lot more purpose. Go on, Stina, go on, Stina, go. Oh, the keeper puts the hand in the way, pushes the ball, helps the defence. Oh, that's a penalty, surely. Ref. Stina gets literally, I know it's going away from goal, but she literally has full control of the situation and gets shoved to the floor. I know she's going away from goal, but still. And the ref says no, play on. If that fallen, again, I don't want to dig her out, but if that fallen to anyone else, like Vivian or Beth, or even Hurling, they might finish. I think they might finish that. But they're more agile to finish that. So going back to your comment before, you've got to get on the family action comp. What's that? Penalty. We've got a penalty now after complaining about the first other one not being given. She's got a bad head. I think it's got a head injury, and Ajax's number 5 is being booked by the referee. Please don't tell me that's. I don't want any of my players being injured. But Kim Little and Neo, Beth's the one's gone down. Stina, I thought it's not going to come so fucking far away. Kim Little and Stina Bastinius were both checking it straight away, make sure he's okay, and then the ref literally called the medical team to come over. Yeah, Vivi's over. Give me the fucking ball now. He's took not only is the rivalry of being a final fan in Ajax, you've now took out her partner and caused her harm. So you've really pissed off Vivian now. That's something you don't do. Come on. Caitlin Ford's getting ready to come on as well. Just getting the last instruction before the subs made on that side of things. Oh, Kim's taking it. Kim's taking it off Vivian because Vivian went over with purpose. Like, oh, I want to take him in the ball. Cam's gone off, and the next thing you know, Kim's standing over it. Okay. Come on, Kim. I don't care who scores. Come on, Kim. Come on. To go 2-1 up in the first leg. in front of a new packed full stand, sorry, North Bank stand. Kim stands up for it, slots it in nice and easy, sends the keeper a long way, passes it into the goal, 2-1 to the Arsenal. Kim Little, come on. And that's pretty much, based on the first 11 minutes of this second half, we've deserved that. We've merited that goal. Penalty on one way or the other, we merited a goal. Going by it, we deserved it. I don't care what anyone says. You got to go on fan reaction. I'm not sure how you post a rant on these. That's the thing. When things are going good, I can't turn into that twat in Spain. No bloody way. United rants are fucking awesome. They are at the moment. Oh dear. 2-1 to the Arsenal. Right, here comes Caton Ford. Caton Ford's come on. Have they done a straight swap? Is it like for like, or has Steiner gone off? Let's have a look. I think it looks like Steiner's gone off. Steiner Black, Steiner's anyone that's not Arsenal related. Oh, Herding went off. Oh, okay. So there's a basic positional wise, like for like. It wasn't like I didn't see Steiner again to Camden. Where the Camden was, where could have Steiner off and given Herding a bit of a chance down the middle instead. Come on. Let's go for a third. We have been really effective down our left-hand side. We have been very effective in the attack. So don't go on Viv, have a shot. Hey, should have had a shot there. Try to be unselfish and pass it to a Beth, but it backfired and they easy defender. They'll counter attack now. Oh my God, Raffaele getting close, please. Oh, nice shot, wide and high and not at all handsome. Out of the stadium as well. From Grant. Oh, it's spelled Grant, but it's probably pronounced differently, obviously. But I haven't got the volume on high enough to know the pronunciation of how that's pronounced. So sue me. I can ask for a favour as I get on with me. What sort of favour though? This is the thing. You want to explain that just to be clear, so I know what exactly I'm letting myself what you're trying to do, basically. Yeah. All this shit started with AFTV and Robbie was lucky enough to be mentioned on Talk Shite when then suddenly he's trying. Yeah. Well, Talk Shite is no better. They're basically the original, but more broad-minded AFTV. When I say broad-minded, I mean it weren't just a particular club. It's not a particular club who talk sport or Talk Shite. It's they brought the broader spectrum of football fans up and down the country. And if I'm being honest, I think fucking Robbie saw that and thought, you know what, that's on the radio form as well. But time talks like this before the date where we've got nowadays, where you can actually watch them live and all that on YouTube. He's been hearing that for years and years and years. He thought, you know what, is there a way we can turn this into a platform where it's visually, you can not just hearing it, but you're visually seeing the fan reactions after games. And he's latched onto Arsenal, and at a time where things weren't good. And then from that, the rest is history, let's be honest. Oh dear. It's because of fucking AFTV and Robbie that we have the fucking Gunner being what he is. and doing what he does on a daily basis. The funny thing is, you can with Lee Gunner, in terms of his opinions, let me say, you can dish it out and give it the big I am. But when things are going the way they are at the moment, and the fans that don't agree with him come back at him, he can't take it. We've really got a bit between our teeth in the second half. We've come out with a lot more purpose, and we're being a lot more aggressive. We're not letting, like we did in the first half, Ajax have the ball and have the tempo compared to an act like a home team. We are now playing like the home team. We are actually on and off the ball, being more aggressive, and we're being more creative. And I think they've had, apart from that one chance where, as I said, the ball got pumped into the car park, quite literally. So far, we haven't Ajax have any chances. Oh, Leah again. That was so close. I think that was. Is that the net's rattling anyway? The ball went past. Leah Williamson has sort of got the ball and thought, you know what, I'm going to have a pop at this. 35 yards out, popped at it. I think it was going, yeah. That would have been an absolute, that would have been going a month period, no matter what happens for the rest of the month. Because technically they'll include Saturday's game as goal of the month for the women and all that. Because they only been this game and Friday night's game for this month, this actual month. So they will include, even though it's October 1st, they will include, more likely, any goals that happen in the North London derby as a part of the Golden Month compilation. Got the ball back there. Go on. Go on, Caitlin. Go on. Use your physicality for once. Say that. She's used it quite a few times back into last season. But okay. Is that a free kick? Yay, you got a free kick. That's one thing I do like with Caitlin. She doesn't get pushed off the ball easily. She does make the defenders work for it. Ravi's in the chat. How you doing, Ravi? How you haven't seen you for a while? Hope you're keeping well, my friend. Is Lottie playing? Lottie Ruben-Moy. No, she's on the bench tonight. But she will more likely come on in the last 15 to 20 minutes. Lottie Ruben-Moy. Seems like the defenders are getting more chances to score than the attackers. Well, to be fair, the attackers did start in the start the second half. Sorry, had a few chances. But since we scored a penalty, defenders are going, you know what, fuck it, boom, we'll have a shot now. Took the ref 3 to 4 fouls before she calls it. Wow, yeah. Winning like the men's team says foot moss. Big up the foot moss as well. Happy to be one, my friend. This is perfect for Beth Mead, by the way. I think is that Rivers. No, it's Steph Katie again. Go away, Steph. Let Beth have this. Come on, Beth. Straight in the middle. Go on, Beth. This time it was over, and like earlier on in the first half. This free kick isn't on target. It doesn't set the goalkeeper. Poor free kick there from Beth in the end. Way too much height in there. Need to reach out to Scott, by the way, actually. Keep being on and off in terms of contact and all that, but I need to reach out to him properly and have a chat with him and all that. Because we're chatting to him again on and off throughout the summer and all that. Wanted to see if he was coming back or not. Couldn't see him for a while on his channel, this, that, and the other. At the moment, he's got stuff going on at the house where he can't do anything, but he was thinking about coming back in this January coming. He's thinking about making the comeback then. once things are sorted at his end, so for him to be able to do that. But he's staying out in one breath, but at the same time he's thinking, does he really want to come back, put all that effort back in like he did before, and get no sort of reward and things like that, and what sort of content he wants to put out there as well. We've got a few, as I say, what we in late September going into October now, aren't we? We've got a few months to sort of that, but as I say, I need to reach out to him and sort of give him the old pep talk and basically just encourage him, like, you come back, you'll be fine, mate. He will be, because again, in terms of when it comes to Arsenal channels, how he presents in terms of his back, what he does, his setup, basically, his entire setup and what he does, basically, is completely different to any other Arsenal channel, and unique, and it will catch on. It's just it does take time, especially if you're starting out. You're not putting yourself on the outs of AFTV and all that jazz. You do need to, as I say, just grind. What myself and others have done. We have to grind away. It does. The fruits will bear, especially as I say, especially how he does his content in terms of the green screen and all that stuff, and the little bit, the cannon coins and all that. It is no Arsenal channel does that. It will eventually, as word will spread, and when word does spread, that will then he will bear the fruits of that. It's just obviously you just keep encouraging him to do that, and basically grin and bear, and just eventually you will get the fruits of your labour, basically. But yeah, I do need to reach out to him properly and have a proper chat with him and all that. And as I keep saying, rambling on now, literally, we have found that him coming back would be a good thing. He needs to just stick at what he does, and be it recorded and live stuff and all that, be it watchalongs or after-match reactions, whatever he wants to do. Don't worry about anyone else. Just do what he wants to do, and the fruits of labour will bear for all to see, and he will reap that massively in the long run. Here we go. One sec. I do like for you guys. She's got skills. It's all right. She's still a young player as well, so she will get better over the next year or two. My two favourite clubs, Arsenal and Ajax, says Moss. Beth has been decent over the years. Beth, especially in terms of the peak of her powers, has really vision in the last 13 months since she got snubbed for the Olympic team. Basically, she's used that as a motivation, and she hasn't looked back since. And it did piss me off. It pissed me off as an Arsenal fan at the end of the season when all the individual awards are being given out. One sec. Ah, you bastard. Oh, got it back. Caitlin. Oh, got blocked. No, got it back. I'll come back to that in a sec. Do remind me in the chat in case I forget. Individual awards. Quite down that books, but no, as I say, it did piss me off coming into the season when the individual player of the season and PFA player of the season, all that was handed out and all that, the women's side of it. And Sam Kerr won the bloody thing for turn up, and she only turned up for half a season. First half of the season, no one heard of her in terms of performances and what she was contributing to the Chelsea team was non-existent. That was a foul, but okay, ref. Yet she got all the accolades at the end of the season just because she was a part of the team that went on to win the league. The way even though they went by a point in the end, still went on to win the league. But because she turned up for the last half of the season, she decided to turn up once she got out from the Asia Cup. She was being given the Player of the Year and PFA writers fucking awards and all that crap. Yeah, Beth, of all the players in WSL, call me biased or not, she was consistent from day one to the bitter end, and continued that form as well by also into the Euros. But in terms of this particular argument, She turned up from day one to the bitter end of the season, consistently, week in, week out, domestically and on the European stage as well. And what was a sort of thanks of award for basically being consistent from all season? Someone turned up half a season and nicking it off her. It was ridiculous, in my opinion, anyway. Fair enough, if Sam Kerr had been at the same level of consistency from day one to the end of the season, like Beth Mead had been last season, you can't argue because obviously he's won the league and this, that, and the other. But to turn up for half a season and get all the praise and accolades individually at the end of the season is for me, a bit of a piss take and a bit of a kick in the teeth to Beth. But again, it seems like she used that to keep her motivation going. Use that to get taken to the England camp, into the Euros, and become not just the top goal scorer, won the Golden Boot. Clear, by the way. But player of the tournament as well. And obviously she scored on Friday night as well. Took a bit of time to settle in Friday, but she's got herself into the game, and that was it then. That was a bit poor pass from Walty there. Got it back with an attack. Poor first touch. Can't touch it though. That's a pass back, surely. Or not. Yeah. In terms of Ravi, we've told Stefan week in, week out, whenever he talks about Beth Mead, we've told him, being brutal about it as well. We have told him she's not, we aren't her type. Not just him, we aren't her type. She has a particular type, and no digs or nothing, but she has a type, and that's it. She's currently dating. She went from she was initially dating Danielle van der Donk until I think some point after Danielle left for Lyon. At some point they broke up. And initially I was single for a bit, and obviously again, person she's with now, Vivian Miedema, she was with Lisa Evans. So she was out on loan to West Ham last season. She's now been sold permanently there. But they've broken up at some point. And over time, Beth and Vivian have got grown close, and they've become a couple themselves. Kate McCabe's come on, by the way. Good to see. Again, one of my favourite players, Katie. Oh, go on, Steph, go. Unlucky. The keeper comes out and gets the block in. Just didn't get there in time to lift it over. Stina Blackstenius has been taken off. So who's up top then? So has Vivian been put into the striker role now? Oh. Medical team's been called over again. I think Steph's taking a knock here from the collision with the goalie. Yeah. We don't need any injuries going into Saturday, sorry. Thank you. Got 15 minutes to go, guys. I'm going to repeat myself again. For the first time tonight, there is a competition, a giveaway, and for a pair, so for a ticket for you and a friend to come to the North London Derby, the Women's North London Derby, this Saturday, 1:30 kickoff at the Emirates. So from last told 45,000 tickets were sold. It could rise to 50 to 55,000 between now and Saturday. So basically, it could be a near enough full Emirates Stadium, bar a few thousand seats. If you're interested and you're in the UK and you're able to get down to London, wherever you are in the UK, if you're able to get down to London for Saturday 1:30 kickoff, against Tottenham at the Emirates, and you're actually interested in taking part in this giveaway, all you got to do in the chat is type in hashtag WNLD. That is it. And then at the end of the match, depending on how many you enter, I'll draw the name out of the hat quite literally at the end of this match, full time, before we end the stream. The winner will be announced. I'll then we'll find a way of contacting. If I don't have a way to contact you already, we'll talk about contacting you before we go off air. We then contact you properly off air, send you the tickets for you and a friend to come along and enjoy the day and be a part of not just Arsenal history on the day, but WSL history as well. Because basically, you winning the tickets will guarantee you'll be part of the biggest attended game in WSL history, period. And it's North London Derby as well. And you'll get to see the likes of Beth Mead, Lottie Wibbermoy, Leah Williamson, England Euro 2022 winners up close and in person on the pitch. You've got to do the hashtag WLND, Stefan. Hashtag. But they've got to be used. You can't just take part and then not fucking use them, because that'd be a pain. That'd go to waste as well. Stefan, we've told you about Beth constantly. They dot. Oh dear, gotta laugh. Do share the stream about, guys, as well. We're going into the last 10 minutes of this game. Do share the stream around. That would be massively appreciated, and it'd be a massive up to the channel as well. And YouTube will see you're sharing it as well. The amount of times the amount of you share it, YouTube will see that, and I think in their algorithm it'll think that you're really liking the thing. It's worth sharing. They then share it there and recommend it to here, there, and everywhere, basically, for people to come in and check the channel out themselves as well. Again, I'd massively appreciate that as well. Oh dear. Come on, come on, girls. Let's kill this game off literally before the end of the night. Let's kill it off. Go on. Let's keep. Surely there's a pen. Surely. She's not going to fucking book our play, is she? The goalkeeper completely took out Vivian there. Doesn't win the ball at all. Unless they're fucking flagging for offside, as I don't see. That should be a pen and a sending off for the goalkeeper. And Kate McCabe's now coming across and have a go now. Because it looks like there's a going, offside, it's the easy route out. We don't give you another pen. Completely swipe Vivian out now. She's down receiving fucking treatment. God's sake, ref. This ref has no control. This ref has no control. It does seem to have given offside, though. Or given they're giving a free. No. They're giving her a free kick. They're giving Ajax a free kick, haven't they? I don't feel it one day. Who did she take out? See what I'm saying? Literally, the cameras are so far away. I thought that was because it was a striker. Caitlin Ford took out Caitlin. How did she get the free kick and she committed the foul? Caitlin Ford didn't have full control of the ball, but she touched the ball. The goalkeeper comes out. The keeper came out, made no attempt for the ball, completely took Caitlin out, and they've got the free kick. Wow. Well, Stefan, if you do win, because you're the only one that's entered so far. So if you do come in full time, you're the only one that's entered. I've got to find a way of contacting you. So you need to let me know how I can contact you unless someone else enters. Didn't have to do a draw. It's literally like 50-50 as it stands. We get a load of people entering. You know what? I'll try something. One sec. Do my bit and tweet out quickly by the last few minutes. Defend. Get rid of it. Offside. Offside. Ref. Okay, it's 2-2 then. What was the defending there for? Seriously. Offside. The player that scores is offside, I think. Have a look. I mean, it's poor from Leo anyway. Looks offside for me. Fuck's sake. Because they're giving one angle, camera angle, aren't they? So it's like, you've got to take their word for it, basically. There's no VAR in this either, so all square. And if that's the first proper attempt on being on target in the second half. It makes it even worse. Go on, go, now! Ah, for God, where the fuck is Viv in this game? Ajax on the attack. This ain't good. Defend. You think? Paste. Boom. Boom. Right, we go. Right, let's just see what happens there. Can't do any more than that in terms of promoting the giveaway in the last few minutes. This is really disappointing. The second half, we've been the far better team. But one attack, a proper attack they've made in the second half, we switched off, again, standing there. Leah, the ball deflects off her, Raphael's running in as well. It's like, But in the past, it does. I don't know. Again, I may go by one angle because they don't show us any more than that one angle to just see if it was offside or not. So we just assume we've got to take the official's word for it that they made a mistake there. But it's poor defending anyway, and yeah, we've let them back into the tie and game. Obviously, the game itself, but tie itself because winning this game 2-1 going into the second leg, even though it'd be away, we've got that extra goal. We've got a buffer going into the kickoff, obviously. Whereas now it's all level and basically they're going to be more motivated, shall we say, to secure the game off as early as possible. Saying that now, what the hell was that? And for my Ajax, thank God they did that though, but still. It's Saturday, yeah. This Saturday, half one kickoff. You can give it away if you want, but as long as they get used, as long as you're giving them to someone that's going to use them, I don't mind. I just wanted to do something to give back to you guys on the channel. Yeah, it's no problem. It's no problem whatsoever. I might even do a stream before and to really keep this going then. I've got a free kick here, so we can do something to this. Bethany whips it in. Go on. Yes! Oh, for God's sake. That would have been the winner as well. Again, show me another angle, please. Or not. Oh, yeah, because she was offside about that far, weren't she? Of course she was, yeah. She was in the box when the flag went up, but yeah, she was offside on the D. Makes perfect sense. For God's sake. Oh, you bastard. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Now. Yes. Oh, you bastards. The fucking defending for their lives, like the bastards, aren't they? Of course they are. Damn you. Mr. Tom popped in. Big up, Mr. Tom. How you doing, my friend? How did you cut with no leads this weekend? Because obviously your game against United was called off. Because I don't get, because it would never... Leeds reunited, Man United. A, isn't it in London? And wouldn't affect what happened yesterday in terms of policing. It's completely bizarre to me, but it is what it is. 6 minutes, by the way, I've had injury time been added on. 6 minutes to find a winner. Again. It's a foul. Fucking hell, ref. Come on, girls. Come on. You found the net already. Just be on side next time. For God's sake, stay on side and find the net. That'll be fantastic if you can do that. It's a good finish from Kate McCabe as well. Made it even worse. It was all that far side. Needle. What is going on in this ref? Take some control of this fucking game. I swear they made more than 5 subs, but okay. They're actually taking a piss. Fucking yeah, stop every 2 seconds and every 2 steps you just stop, take it, mess about with socks, yeah? Okay, cool. What the fuck was that? I thought you missed it as well, but it was a fucking what the yeah, long night next Saturday. Not next Saturday, long night next Wednesday, sorry. I'm going to be stressed. Come on. Stop making it so easy for him to defend. Jeez, he's gone back into first half mode. At the wrong time. Yeah, but my point is, it's not in the game wasn't in London side, so it wasn't going to affect the London police and like the Met Police and all that. It's going to be it would have been like local police to Leeds, basically. Go on. Oh, you bastard again. Get up. Come on, we can do this. Come on, please. Good little dance there from Kim. Got to get a shot off and the fucking defender got in the way. Just in nick of time for him. And then they're wasting time by going, we're injured. Come on, we can do something. We can do something. We've got fucking we've got hype to fucking deal with this. Let's beat the first player. Come on. Put it on the goalie. Go on. Oh, for God's sake. That falls to anyone else. That fell to anyone else in an Arsenal shirt. He was fancying it. Fell to the fucking defender. And they just swiped it. Oh, Raffaele. She's hit the post twice tonight as well. And this is her Champions League debut as well. Into the last 2 minutes of injury time, by the way. Read them on. He's a defender. That's what I'm saying. Anyone else on the pitch, but I feel sorry for her as well because he actually has hit the post twice tonight beforehand. So I feel I'm not anyone else it would have fallen to, be a one of our midfielders or attackers. That's it. That would have gone in. It just happened to fall to. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Come on, we've got a few seconds. Got a minute and a half left. Come on, last attack. Come on, ref. Well done. Again. Oh, bloody hell. They're flaming injuries now, for God's sake. Waste that cock down, don't you? Waste it down, wind it down, don't you? Of course, yeah. Oh, Katie, okay, come on, love. Well, first pair of legs and kick the ball over the line like that. Come on. Yeah, take your time. Yeah. Go. We're just going to go any second. So we're going to basically have to fight for the second leg as well. Fight for our lives. I'm getting concerned though, to be honest, why he's not he hasn't brought on Iwabuchi tonight. 2 games in a row now. Why? She's a quality player. You can't tell me she couldn't have come on tonight or on Friday, last Friday. Yeah, full time, and giving us something different in a positive sense. So of our own doing, guys, the tie is at 2-2 going into the second leg of the playoffs qualifying for the it's a qualifying match for the group because we came second in the WSL. You have to play 1 qualifying match to get into the group, and then if you come third, you have to do 2 qualifying matches. But Man City came third, obviously, and then got knocked out by Real Madrid straight away. But so yeah, there's a qualifying match. Obviously, this was the first leg. We needed to win. For me, we needed to win tonight. Going by what I've seen, especially the first half. If we go to Ajax and let Ajax play like they did in the first half, we're in trouble. But hopefully, we go to Saturday's game, get a big comfortable win there. Go 6 points clear. 6 points clear of Chelsea and Emma Hayes. Man City do us a favour and keep that 6 points difference maintained. And we go again on Wednesday night against Ajax in the away leg though. This could be interesting. There's no away again, so we all know there's no away goals, so that side of things is not the worst thing in the world. It's not a have a double or nothing these goals tonight. But it just means we do have to go there. We have to go to there and win to qualify for the Champions League proper. Yeah, it is a very, very good thing, Mr. Tom. Very, very good thing. But both goals we conceded tonight, and Gary and everyone else that's been here throughout the entire stream and watched this match with me will confirm the goals we conceded were of our own making, of our own doing, of our own poor defensive display in 2 instances of poor defending as a whole. They've capitalised on it both times. And that's the gut of tonight, because especially more so the second half. First half, we took a bit of time getting into the game, but we grew into it. Especially after we won the down, we got the immediate response. We got the goal, got back into the tie, and we grew even more. And in the straight second half, we were in it. We were in their faces. We were relentless. We deserved a goal when we got the goal in the end. Well, as I said at the time, I don't care if it was a penalty or open play. We deserved that goal. And we controlled the game. We kept going. We kept dominating, controlling the game the way we were. And we switched off. In the last few minutes of the game, in the 85th, 86th minute when it was, for whatever reason, they switched off and allowed Ajax to attack. One attack, proper attack they made that second half, and they scored. Because we allowed them to attack, and then we didn't defend either properly. It was like ball watching FC, statue defending, and it led to them scoring the equalizer, which brought them back into tight 2-2. But thankfully, we've got as I say, we've got a game on Saturday, which we're going to use to right the wrongs of tonight in terms of use it as a confidence booster, because North London derbies we win. Period. In the women's game, anyways, we win. We don't lose. We're going to use that as a confidence booster, beat the living crap out of them, and come back Wednesday fighting fit and full of confidence. And I can't wait for that side of things. Even though I'm disappointed, it is 2-2, but it does mean. And you've got Stephanie said, we can go to and get a result. Of course we can. I'm not doubting we can't do it. It's just it would have been nice to have that 1 goal buffer of a 2-1 lead going into that second leg. But now, maybe push the pressure back to 2-2, them being the home team for the second leg puts pressure back on them. Maybe takes a bit of pressure off us in that sense, and we don't have to defend. We know all we got to do is win. Just go there and win, and we're through to the proper round of the Champions League. Otherwise, if we balls this up next week, and we're not in the Champions League properly at all this season, I think we never got confirmed how long Viv's contract was for. If it's a year extension or 2, whatever, we've never been told that. It's never really got out that information. But if it's a situation where it's a 1-year rolling contract situation, and we don't qualify, as I say, if we balls it up on Wednesday and we don't qualify, that could be not the nail in the coffin, but it won't send the right signals to Viv going forward. We're trying to get it down to another contract for the following going forward. We want to save off the likes of Barcelona and all that because rightly so, it'll be a step backward to go from going through 2 qualifying rounds last year and qualifying for the Champions League and properly, and then going all the way to the quarterfinals of the Champions League and just missing out on the semi-final against Barcelona again. To go from that to then to get knocked at the first hurdle before the group stages properly, that'll be deemed, and right so, as a step backwards on the European stage. And we don't want, as a club, either way, even as a club, we don't want that. We want to be going forward, progressing and showing progression every season. So, as I say, we dust ourselves down now. As I say, Saturday, big game at the Emirates. And Stefan, you need to get hold of me because you're the only one that entered the competition. Unless I do another show between now and Saturday, which is very unlikely because obviously it's Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I don't know. I've got to get hold of you, so you need to let me know how I can get hold of you before you go, or you want me to just do another giveaway somewhere else, extend the giveaway for another 24 hours or so. But put it in the community chat or something. Either team still has to score. No, as I'm saying, the no away goals, obviously, yeah. The away goal rule is a massive plus for us because of tonight's result. Massive plus. As I say, we now know what we have to do. All we've got to do there, even if it's a 1-0 scraped out win, all we have to do is win, and we're through. And as I say, maybe them being the home team for the second leg and it being poised at 2-2. Maybe the pressure's put on them, and maybe they might not be able to deal with it. We'll see. We've just got to go down to Saturday's game, do what we've got to do there, beat the living crap out of Tottenham, use that as a confidence booster game, and go into Wednesday night's game full of confidence and full of high hopes, and basically do our job on Wednesday night in the end. In one sense, it's good because it does make you guys want to come back for the second leg and do Watchalong, do these streams with me as well. So it's not done and dusted, and it's just a foregone conclusion sort of thing. It's literally there's still jeopardy at risk on Wednesday night. So in that sense, I can take personal positives from that as well. But we'll take it from there, guys. It only takes a second to score a goal. #ball watching FC. Yeah, both goals were, though. Let's be honest. You look back at both goals, they were poorly taken goals, defensive-wise. In fact, we had to work for our fucking goals, though. It's a fucking joke. But it is what it is. Oh, dear. Stefan, I'll literally in the next 5 minutes put out, guys, a community post to continue the giveaway, basically extend the giveaway timing wise. It'll be we'll be on Tuesday, aren't we? So I'll extend it to Thursday, 7 p.m. probably. It'll all be explained in the community post, but do keep an eye out for it and do share it about as well when you do see it and give it a like and all that jazz. And if you do want to enter that draw in the comments of that community post, all you got to do is put a hashtag in of women WNLD. That is it. That's all you got to do to enter. I'll then put your name down in the hat. I'll draw it out at random then, and then I'll then somehow find a way of contacting the lucky winner, basically. But Stefan, if you have a change of heart, you can get down. If you can get down to London for Saturday at that time, let me know, and we'll sort that out. Other than that, I'll do what I've got to do. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you on the other side. What we're on today? We are on Tuesday. I keep saying it. So probably try and fit a podcast in on Thursday. Try to be able to word, because obviously international break now, so it could be interesting to fit, as I say, get a panel together for the podcast. Because it's international break for the men, it will be a podcast dedicated to the Arsenal women solely. And then once everything's back, and then when our playing together, as in about the same time, the men and the women playing at the same time, I'll be doing obviously the usual men podcast, and I will be doing a weekly women's podcast as well. It's just obviously getting a fixed start in and going from there. As I said during the stream as well, keep an eye out over the next couple of months. I'll say a couple of months. Yeah, over the next few weeks, keep an eye out for a community post confirmation date for a live podcast with the one and only and Arsenal legend Paul Davis. He's going to be coming on this channel for a podcast show, which I find bizarre, but I don't know how I pulled it off, but I've pulled it off on that one. There's one more I'm working on. I'm not going to give away that name yet until I know what's fully confirmation was on that. But I'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, Paul Davis is going to be coming on this channel very, very soon for a podcast. So, and as I say, it'll be a members will get first. If it's pre-recorded, it will be members will get first views in terms of actually getting to see it out live, and that'll be up running for members only for a few days, and then after that, that'll be out to the public. If it's live, it'll be a members only live stream. So the members again, because I'm trying to do something like good for nice for the members in terms of a thank you. Obviously, you're paying a fee. This is something unique. They were going. Any members can come in, ask Paul absolutely anything they want within reason. Obviously, Arsenal related or football related within reason. Obviously, not taking the piss or causing any aggro. And yeah, and after that, if it is to be live, once that is ended, you can still watch it. Obviously, if you don't have to take part in the chat, you can still watch it as a non-member. But as a member, you'll be able to obviously be in the chat, active and asking Paul absolutely anything you want. On that side of things. But as I say, once I get a date in place for that, you guys will be the first on our community posts and announcing it live on the channel, etc., etc. But yeah, once the actual stream ends for that podcast, anyone will be able to watch it and take part in the comments box underneath and all that jazz. But yeah, I don't want you think I'm taking the mick on. I think, but I need to do things for the members as well. We'll message you. How are you going to message me, Stefan? This is the thing. Stefan, will you go anywhere? How are you messaging me? Oh, dear, I need to know. Just so I know it's definitely you, not some random. Oh, dear. Well, in terms of obviously what I mentioned it Friday, but I was meant to launch it over the weekend. I completely forgot about it. So that's on me on that side of things. But yeah. Oh dear, apart from that, guys, I'll see you on the other side. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I'll try. I'm gonna try and fit in a podcast probably on possibly Thursday, maybe Friday at a push. Other than that, as I say, there will be a live stream on Saturday. If it kills me, I will find someone for Saturday. If it kills me, I'm finding a host for Saturday. If it kills me, so you will have a North London derby watch-along stream for the men, for the women this week, and the men the following week. Assuming that goes ahead, obviously. Well, I'll put as I say, I'll put a community post up, and those who enters and if they don't, because not everyone is interested in women's game still, but it's a developing thing, isn't it? So we'll see. As I say, in terms of all that, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon. It's the third time now. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you on the other side. If you want to become a member as well, 99p and £2.99. There's two different levels, level schemes. All the perks are listed. They're completely different to one another as well. And you will get member stream as well, including a live, possibly live actually. I can't. Obviously, he's coming on either way. Possibly a live podcast with the man himself, Paul Davis. If it isn't live, it will be pre-recorded, but the members will get first viewing and hearing of the show. It more likely to be live because obviously, yeah, that's how we do things on this channel. But I'm just saying, just in case, schedules and all that. But once we've confirmed the date, the actual date for it, you guys will be the first to know. But I wanted you to know that particular special podcast is around the corner and coming. Might be around to host. Okay, that'd be fantastic if that's the case. We'll chat off. Okay. We'll chat off. Yeah, so me and Gary we'll chat off offline anyway between now and then anyway to confirm near the time. But yeah, if you can, that'd be extremely appreciated if you are available. If not, I will find someone else. But we'll set offline for that. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, afternoon. As always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.